Is it time for recess yet? I'm so glad you found time to join us here on the Childcare Director's Chair, where Erica Sacoccio shares her best practices that she's refined through her passion of directing childcare centers over the last 23 years. From parenting interaction, systems to save you time, money, and stress, to profitability. She shares it all from the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hello, California, Arizona, Rhode Island, Florida, Wisconsin, Louisiana. We see you guys. Thank you so much for always tuning in day after day. I'd like to welcome you to the Child Care Director's Chair podcast if you are new to our channel, where we provide valuable insights and tips for child care professionals. I am your host, Erica Sacoccio, and in today's episode, we are going to dive into the intricacies of creating a budget for your child care center. From understanding expenses to maximizing revenue, we'll cover everything you need to know to build a solid financial foundation for your center. You know, budgeting is a crucial aspect of running a child care center, and some of you may be really new to it. Some of you don't even have a budget, and it's just whatever the bills that come in, you pay them out. And whenever revenue comes in, that's what comes in. And you really haven't thought much about it, which doesn't lead you to a good place because it provides you a roadmap for managing your finances, allocating resources effectively, and ensuring that you have financial stability. You see, when you create a budget, childcare directors can make informed decisions. You can track your expenses and plan for future growth and success of your center. But how? To create an accurate budget, it's essential to understand the expenses associated with running a childcare center. These include fixed costs such as rent, utilities, insurance, and payroll, as well as variable costs such as supplies, equipment, and maintenance. And don't forget about that maintenance. Let me tell you, all you need is one major piece of equipment to go. And if you don't have money saved up, it's time. So you don't want to have to tap into credit cards that have high interest or your lines of credit. You really want to make sure that maintenance is allocated in your budget so that way when major things happen, not if, but when, you're prepared. And make sure that you're categorizing expenses and estimating their costs. Childcare directors can help better manage their budgets when you make informed financial decisions. In addition to controlling expenses, you want to maximize revenue streams. That is key for your financial success. Childcare centers can generate revenue through tuition fees, grant subsidies, grants, fundraising events, additional services such as before and after school programs or summer camps, or diversifying revenue sources and exploring new opportunities. Childcare centers can increase their financial stability and sustainability. And for those of you who are getting absolutely pummeled when it comes to enrollment because your 4-year-olds are now all going into state-funded pre-Ks, think about how you can be competitive. So the nice side of that, as I mentioned a minute ago, offering that before and after school care really does help you retain those customers. Perhaps too, looking at being part of the federal food program. If you provide food for your students or snacks and you're not part of the federal food program, there's additional money there that you can bring into your center to help cover those costs, which then can be put into your budget. So look for different revenue streams that you're not tapping into now. And even the ones that you are, currently getting, can you maximize them in some way? You also want to forecast your enrollment and revenue. That's really important when you're creating an accurate budget. Childcare directors should analyze enrollment trends. So I know, at least in my area, the 3 months that we get extremely busy are September, January, and summer camp. Now that could be because of the age range that I serve. I service everyone from 6 months up to 12 years old, and there have been even times when in my program we've had students as old as 16 and have run a teen program. We did that through a dance program that we had. So, take a look at those fluctuations and see what else can you offer to make sure that when the market conditions change, that you still have realistic revenue projections and ensure that the resources are needed to operate effectively throughout the year. So that might just mean a tweak on ages that you serve or programs that you offer. If you have some really talented teachers, another thing you can do is offer enrichment programs, like maybe a tutoring program where children can come in and learn to read. Could even be outside of your traditional childcare hours. Maybe you do a night program. Maybe you offer a reading program on the weekends. Now, of course, make sure that what you're offering is allowed by your licensing agency and that you're licensed to do so. But these are just additional revenue streams where you can make money. Some other things I've seen some centers do is host birthday parties and events on weekends as well for additional revenue streams. So just some thoughts, connecting with local agencies. So maybe there's a local karate studio and maybe he wants to rent some space from your center and wants to have your students do a program on site there where parents, pay him directly and you get a portion of that money. So there's a lot of different things you can do that will bring you in additional revenue. But once your expenses and revenue projections are determined, child care directors must allocate funds strategically and prioritize spending. Essential expenses such as staffing, facility maintenance, and supplies should be number one to ensure that you have smooth operation of your center. Directors should also set aside funds for contingency purposes such as emergencies, unexpected expenses, and invest in areas that will contribute to overall quality of care provided for children. Now, if you have a quality rating system in your state reimbursement may be tied to your quality level. In our state, that is the keys. So if that is true, then investing in quality would also be an opportunity to not only provide great service and do what's right for children, but also can increase your revenue stream. As you move up the quality ladder, you will be reimbursed at a higher rate. So something to consider. Quality costs money, but it also brings money back into your program. So think about the pros and cons of being part of a quality rating system at the higher level. Monitoring and adjusting your budget. You want to do that regularly. It's essential for maintaining financial health. Childcare directors should track expenses, compare them to the budget projections, and identify any variances or areas of concern. By regularly reviewing the budget and making adjustments as needed, directors can ensure they stay on track financially and address any issues before they escalate. Creating a budget for your childcare center is a critical aspect of financial management. By understanding your expenses, maximizing your revenue streams, and forecasting enrollment and revenue, allocating funds strategically, and monitoring your budget closely, childcare directors can build a solid financial foundation for your center. And it will also make sure that you have the resources that you need to provide a high-quality program. So thanks for tuning in to the Childcare Directors Chair podcast. As always, it's the little details that make a big impact on the success of your childcare business. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you like our show, we ask for your support. Click the link below, and that will bring you right to our support our channel feature, where you can support our podcast for as little as $3 a month. We really do appreciate it. We appreciate your time tuning in. And as always, have a great day.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Childcare Director's Chair.